is done. Lilith is no more.
Is she trapped in the stone?
No. Mephisto is. He helped us reach the Cathedral of Hatred before Lilith did.
Of course. He had a hand in all of this from the beginning, didn't he?
We had to take the risk.
No. I understand. Where is the stone?
Narelle. She didn't come back to you.
No, obviously not.
No.
She must have already gone ahead to the Desert Chapel.
We'll go after her. Quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I need to bring Donan and seal the gates of hell behind us. I will only slow you down.
You can't do this on your own, my friend. We came together. We leave together too.
Now, we are truly alone. The creators of Sanctuary, Angel and Demon, Father and Mother, are dead. They made us in their image. Their conflict is a part of us. It always will be. But is there any truth to Lilith's vision? This mad idea that we can escape the eternal conflict? These are not questions befitting an old man. I don't have much time left. This struggle is not mine anymore. Or will we walk the same path of all the children who rebel against their parents? So often we simply become them. All I can do is help the Wanderer and Narelle avoid the fate of Razma. And everyone else who tried and failed to overcome our flawed nature. Once we are back with Narelle, we will find a way. We have to. Rest, girl, while you can. We'll be on the move again soon.
Yeah, I'll come back to you guys in a minute.
She's gone. Why didn't you wait for her?
I've been needing to clear my bags for quite some time. I only hadn't been since, wanted to push through, finish the game.
I cannot carry anymore.
Yeah, I'm aware. Why we're here. Two more of those.
I'll take it. Good. What else you got? Good deal. Father bless.
And this gives us the most overpower, but it has the lowest damage. This we only want if we have a good totem. And this gives us both basic skill damage and core skill damage. And we can put our overpower gems on it. And we'd lose this, but you know, this aspect, but not a huge loss. And we lose a lot of willpower though. Like an assload of willpower. Because currently our willpower is... Not willpower, our overpower is 215 with that on. And if we were to put this one on... It'd actually go down, even with all of that overpower on it. And with this one, it would go down even more. As we lose a ton of overpower if we drop this one. Yeah, so for now we'll keep with what we got. Is Mephisto already influencing her?
No. It will take time for the corruption to spread from the stone. She must have left for a reason.
Maybe she's gone to the vault.
Yes, that must be right. Yorin, Donan. We've lost so many to hatred. We can't lose Neyrel too. Come on. Will this never end?
Yosef, what do you want?
Step aside. I'm here for the Haradrim.
Can it wait? I'm off to bury a friend.
We'll dig his grave for you.
Well, that's kind. But who will dig yours?
Kill the heretic!
Idiots.
The Haradrim have used their dark magics to bear a great evil into our world. Commit their wicked souls to the Father, and retrieve the Soul Stone.
Yosef. He saved my life in Nevesk. They were not our enemies.
They were fools. I don't have the time for it. I am going to Skosglen. Donan deserves to be buried with his son.
I thought the dead deserve nothing, while the living are in danger.
Wise words. But I have a promise to keep. That's why you must ride north, ahead of me. If the cathedral doesn't have her yet, Neyrel might head for the vault. Find her. Once you're together, meet me at Donan's estate.
This is what I saw in the reflections. We're close. I can save you from this, Mother. I promise. I can learn how to... You're going to leave me, aren't you? You'll find a place where I can be taken care of. Not what I expected. But let's not give up hope. I thought you'd know me better by now. I am my mother's daughter. Where there's a lead, there's a way. And I'll follow it to the end.
No sign of her. That letter wasn't here before. She must have left it.
The parchment is covered in heraldic runes beyond their comprehension.
Why do I only hear one set of footsteps?
I spent a lot of time learning this code, so I hope you remember how to read it, Lorath. Because you are the last Horadrim now. My mother would have wanted me to stay with you. She believed the Horadrim had all the answers. I don't know if she'd recognize this person I'm becoming. It's hard for me to think about her right now. But then I remember you and Donan. You weren't all-knowing, Horadrim. You were bitter. You were uncertain. But you were always true friends. That's what I hold on to. Because there is so much further to go. Your imperfection gave me hope. And we will need it to face what comes next. To face him and his brothers. I don't know how much time I have. But there has to be a better answer. And I have to find it. alone. I know you want to go with me, but people have already died because I was not careful enough. I can't risk you too. If I've misjudged, the world is going to need you to survive and clean up the mistakes I leave behind. I know you don't want to hear this, but you don't get to quit. Not again. Wish me well, Lorath. Because if everything works out as I am hoping, we will never see each other again.
Okay. I guess they're saying that she went to go find Tyrael. Mind you, once again, I don't understand why Tyrael is a disinterested third party in this. I mean, there should be some kind of, lore behind why Tyrael is, is not in the game, other than, we were the Haradrim he was training and then he left. But let's get this out of the way right now. Well, Blizzard, you made a good game. Good. Diablo 4, good game. Definitely good. Better than Diablo 3? Time will tell. Definitely, when Diablo 3 first came out, better than that, without question. But Diablo 4 has a lot of issues that really need to get shorn up. Obviously, if this was an indie product, then most of what I'm saying would be praise. But this is not an indie product. This is the result of a very high budget studio making a very high budget project, and somehow, with all the money that you could handle to be able to do something like this, you cut every corner you could. And you made something that was so lacking in heart that it insults the memory of the games that came before it. And I don't understand why. Like Diablo 3, there's a lot of bad that can be said about Diablo 3. But Diablo 3 still had heart. Diablo 3 was still designed in a way where, you understood that they were trying something new, that they were trying to evolve past Diablo 2, and they failed at that, but they were trying. This is so safe. Diablo 4 is so incredibly safe. This is combining the design conceits of World of Warcraft, Diablo 2, and Diablo 3 into a game where none of those things feel like they work together. I mean, I don't understand who the person was who thought, hey, you know, we believe that if we design the story so that it's something that the Diablo 2 fan base would really get behind, and the gameplay to where it's something that the World of Warcraft and Diablo 3 community would get behind, you know, then we'd have something good. But that's not how you should design a game like this. You know, you should have designed it as, let's design it as a game that the Diablo 2 community would get behind, and then design the story as something that the World of Warcraft and Diablo 3 community would get behind. And then by doing it that way, you have what happened with, you know, original Diablo 2 and Diablo 2 Resurrected. And you have a lot of people who go, hey, you know, I never played Diablo 2, but I mean, everyone says it's like the best game ever. I should try it. And they did. You had so many new players come in. You had so many new players come in at a time where you didn't deserve new players. You had people coming in at a time where people were abandoning you in droves. When people were saying, yo, Blizzard's gotta go. Blizzard is the most toxic place on earth. You know, the things that happen to the people who work there are unpalatable. It is something that cannot be allowed. And during that time, people still went and bought the shit out of Diablo 2 Resurrected. During that time. And yeah, you spent time trying to fix your image and fix a lot of the issues that are going on in your company since then, and a lot of it's still there. You still got a lot of stuff that you still got to fix up. But like, you know, like with your improved image, you know, you chose to bring out this game instead of bringing out something that should have been made to appeal to that same audience. You know, like you should have designed this to be the game that Diablo 2 players wanted to play. And I'm not saying that you should have made it to where it's the next Path of Exile. I'm not saying go that far. I'm saying you make it a game where it has the same design philosophies that went into Diablo 2. You know, like you're like where it's all about, you know, drop in, drop out. You know, like you go in, you do your, you know, you do your little quest. You get some, you know, you kill a bunch of monsters, you get loot. You know, you level up, you invest in your build, you know, then, you know, you turn off the game, and the next time you play, you do something similar again. But this game doesn't feel like that. This game feels like World of Warcraft. This game feels like, okay, I'm on a quest chain, and I need to complete this to go to do this, and to go to do this, to go and do this. And where it should feel like you're going bop, 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 it feels like you're going bop. What was I doing? Oh yeah, bop. And I need to, oh yeah, bop. Yeah, like that's how this game feels. This game feels like you are on a constant routine of, all right, let me just let me get back to this place so I can go and figure out the next thing I need to do, so that I can go to this place, so that I can figure out the next thing I have to do so I can go to this place. Like, you know, like an action RPG should never feel like that. An action RPG should always feel like I went here, and now I need, now I'm, like, my goal is to get here. All right, I got here. I killed all the stuff between over there and over here, and now I'm going here. And now I killed every other stuff between there and there, and now I'm going here. Like, that's how every action RPG in the style of Diablo should feel. Every single one. No, they should never feel different from that, because the whole point of these games is for you to be going. Go, 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 go. That's how these games are meant to be played. You know, like, it's not about, like, you know, like, oh, is your build system deep enough to, for like a community to build around. That's not what these games are about. Like, is it cool that there are so many abilities for each class in Diablo 2? Yes, it's very cool. Is it cool that so many years later people are still figuring things out with that game? Yes, that's very cool. The depth is great. But you don't need to have that for a game like that to become a cultural phenomenon. You don't need to have that. What you do need to have is something that feels great to play. And this game doesn't feel great to play. There are so many things that you put in here. They're like, why is this here? Why are you constantly stopping me from moving forward? Why do you have these things that lock me down and I have to break them so I can keep moving? Why do you have the flies that they slow you so you have to kill them so you can keep moving? Why do you have so many things that prevent you from going? You have the stuns and the dazes and the knockdowns and all this shit that doesn't need to be here. And you guys know better than this. You know that this stuff doesn't work in this type of game. I mean, in Diablo 3, the thing that people, other than the bugs, the thing that people were the most upset about with that game were when they went to the next difficulty and all of a sudden, you had like the mortars. Like the you had the champion mod that made it that, like when the little firebomb dropped down, you instantly died. Just instantly died because of the thing. And it was so overtuned that it was ridiculous. That if you didn't have all of your defenses as high as possible by the time you got to that point, then you just instantly just died. And that was something that, was like it was something that needed to be addressed in that game. But even that is nowhere near as bad as what you did here. Like that thing that was an obvious oversight in in how the game was balanced was not as bad as having with half the enemies in the game have an ability to just either stop you in your tracks or slow you down. That doesn't feel good in a game like this, because the point is to dot. That's the game. This is the whole point of the game. You want to have people keep on moving, keep moving forward, always moving forward. And you want them to get to the end game as soon as they can, so they can go they can do, like their bail run equivalents. Their what's her name? Their countess equivalents. They do do the stuff that they like. They do the content that they like to do. And honestly, in this game, you can't even do the stuff you like to do. I mean, this is such a weird thing. I mean, even if if there were any bosses, like any of the actual story bosses that someone actually liked, they can't even go back to do those, because your game isn't designed for that. You didn't design your game so you could actually rerun the story stuff. It's only built so you can rerun the dungeons. And then, why? Like, why is it that the generic bosses are the ones you want people to want to refight? Because none of them are any fun. What's it called? The goat one, the undead goat thing. Like, I can't even remember the name of it. I fought it so many times, and I can't even remember the name of it. Like, well, why is it that you have to fight that so many times? Why do you have to fight the the Bloodlord or whatever it was called so many times? Why do you have to why does this game have so few bosses? Like, where are all the bosses? And what did you spend? Did all the budget for this game go into the cutscene that you get when you're in the Burning Hells? Like, was everything spent on that? Is that why we seem to be missing so much? Yeah, I believe that as time goes on, this game is going to get better. I believe this game is designed to get better as time goes on. I believe that, like, and I've said this for a while now, I believe that you guys intentionally made this game as low effort as possible so that you can constantly improve it with all of the quality of life that is clearly missing here. The people will always be saying that, hey, this game's better now, this game's better now. Every update, this game's better now. And that's cool, but for someone like me, I'm never going to play this game again. Once I'm done, like once I've gone and played through your endgame, I'm going to play through with each of your 5 classes. And then I am never playing this game again. I'm not playing your seasons. Like I never did it with Diablo 3, I'm not going to do it with this. Because this game is not fun. Not in the way that the other games are. Like Diablo 3, I think is a much funner game than this. Diablo 3, I grinded every single character up to max level. Every single one. Which you can do very fast in Diablo 3, which is why I didn't have any issue with doing that. But this game, I know I'm not going to have fun doing that. But I'm still going to try to see how far I can go in pushing my characters to as high a level as I think I can get them before it drives me crazy. Just to see it. I just want to see it, even though I know that it's not going to be a fun thing to do. And does that mean that you guys made a game that is fun enough to make me want to do that? Not really. It's not that this game is fun enough to make me want to do that. It's that I have personally crafted enough builds that I want to see them in action before I say, you know what, I'm done with Diablo 4. That's the only reason. Like, whoever designed your skill tree and Paragon boards, like they did a good enough job that I'm interested in trying out the things that I've seen on the online build calculators to see how far I can get in those. Like how broken a build I can get doing that. Even though I don't really feel like it's gonna feel like that, because your game isn't designed to be a proper action RPG. Your game is designed to be like World of Warcraft. Where it's not you're actually getting stronger, it's that you got this better stuff, and that makes it that the stuff that you were fighting before, this stuff is that stuff now. You have equivalents to what you were fighting before because you upgraded your gear. Like, that's the way this game is designed. And that's bad design for an action RPG. An action RPG should always feel like, hey, I got this stuff, I got to this point in my build, and I got to this point where all the equipment that I found, that now I can do this, and because I can do this, like I know that I can fight enemies in a different way than I've been fighting them. And I can defeat them faster than I was able to defeat them before, even though I'm still going to be running into roadblocks that are going to take me longer than others because of the way my build is set, where I'm kind of focused on doing these kinds of damage types. It's going to take me a little longer against those kind of enemies, but I'm still going to overall get through content faster because of how my build has progressed. This game isn't like that. Even though I created this Druid build where I can do this super hurricane that makes it that I have like pretty good damage going. This isn't like I have been running the exact same, I guess, skill set, I suppose, since before I started Act 2. So Act 2 through the end of the game, I ran the exact same skills. I never changed anything. I mean, like I put the poison thing into my build when I got high enough level that I could get poison into the build in a way that seemed like it might work out. But that didn't end up actually really adding anything to my build. There wasn't really a change to the build. And in the end, I was still just doing the exact same thing I was doing before I started Act 2. So the entire game, I used the exact same skill set. And nothing changed. And I had no reason to change anything. Something to think about. Yeah. But, you know, like, if I hated your game, I wouldn't bother saying any of this. Not that I believe anyone from Blizzard would ever see this. You know, this is for me to vent my frustration and for me to offer my praise to the developers of these games when I get to this point in my process. So, if someone from Blizzard happens to watch this, please consider what I'm saying. Please, you know, like, offer up the criticism that the community has about the way this game is designed. Obviously, it's already gone too far. You know, there aren't enough changes that can be made with the game that we have for everything that is wrong with this game to be addressed. But you can still make the game better. You know, you make the game better than what it is, and that's all we want. Just continue making the game better, and I'm sure that the people who love this game are going to love it for a very long time. People like me aren't going to have a reason to complain about it, even though we're not playing it anymore. And as long as we follow our hearts, I suppose, our our gaming hearts, we're going to be all right. That's it for my review of Diablo 4. And the conclusion to my campaign run with my Druid. The next videos will be all about, you know, getting to endgame and trying out all the, you know, trying out all the new stuff that pops up when we get there. You know, finally getting access to the Paragon board and all that. Now, I'll be honest, I have not been paying attention to the credits, so I don't know if it's wrapped around. I know that they've been showing like the same like art for a long time. And like they keep on kind of rotating through the same like art stills, which is really weird. I mean, there should be so many art stills for this game that it shouldn't be possible for all of the art to go by before the credits wrap up. So I don't know if we've already reached the end, then it keeps going back around, then it'll keep going until you exit from the game. But I'm gonna have to get past the quality assurance stuff, and if it seems that like, you know, like it's showing something that I noticed before, you know, then I'll exit out. The audio is usually the end of credits, so let's see where this goes. Soundtrack before art team. Weird. I thought they killed their esports branch. Like, has this game been in development so long that they still had an esports branch when, like, WoW was in development, and so they have to include all this even though that part of the company doesn't exist anymore? And they're listing the interns and contractors now, so this should be the end. Okay, there's a development baby, so that means that has to be the end. How could they be at sound now? I don't understand. Why was all this over here and not where... Wow. That is a lot of the word. A lot of credit given to the font that was used. Yeah, this has to be the end. Okay. Thanks. What's next? Lilith has been defeated, but there is still much to do. Level up and take on new challenges across the continent. Complete Whispers of the Dead, participate in Helltide, and challenge yourself in Nightmare Dungeons to gain valuable items and crafting materials to progress your character. Continue unlocking world tiers to gain access to more features and powerful items. When you are strong enough, face the Echo of Lilith in the final world tier. The log is over. So next time we'll pick up from here. Talk to Laura, find out what stuff's up, and then move on from there. Thanks to anybody who has been following my Druid playthrough. Been a long road. From here on out, I'll probably cut these into like I probably won't do like full sessions like I did for the campaign. Like anything from this point on, I'll probably trim them down into like kind of like the way I do my like build videos, like where like like you can see that like I try to make what I'm saying sound more concise instead of the long pauses that I have in my normal cadence. Yep. But once again, thanks for stopping by. If you like this episode, man, talk about RPGs, and you enjoyed the playthrough, and I appreciate doing the YouTube stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, be Victus, Fires and Numerous, and bye.